It's the Forever Knight-A-thon. We're recapping and reviewing every single episode of Season 1 of the 1990s Canadian police procedural about a vampire detective taking a bite out of crime. In what is actually episode 20, but we're going to call episode 21 because I made these out of order, oopsies. Fatal mistake. Stonetree pulls a Reginald VelJohnson and shot a kid. To be clear, it's not that I think the actor Reginald VelJohnson shot a kid in real life. I'm referring to how his character in the movie Die Hard shot a kid. And I don't want to go check the character's name on IMDb, even though I do have another tab open with IMDb on it, because I had to make sure I got the episode order right this time. Anyway, these two kids are robbing a liquor store or a shop or something, and Stonetree starts blasting. But the problem is that there's no evidence that it went down the way he said it did. We, the audience, know it did, but like the police of the police, can't find any weapons or casings or bullets or any crime junk. Stonetree is all kinds of shook up about this and considering leaving the force because he doesn't like having to kill children. He doesn't like that part of the job, and it's an important part of being a police officer. Nick is, of course, very sympathetic because, as a mass murderer, he knows how it feels to regret killing someone.
Captain, I'm sorry. I know how you must feel. Do you, Nick? Have you ever killed anybody in the line of duty?
Okay, well, Nick, alright, like first of all, you might not have intentionally killed anyone in the line of duty, but like, I do feel like a lot of people have died as a result of your actions, and, you know, if we consider the line of duty to include protecting people from vampos, boy, you sure did kill Lacroix. Sort of. Nonetheless, this reminds Nick, our hero, of one of the many women he's killed. He killed this lady, Alexandra, on account of she was good-looking, so he enjoyed killing her. I think the implication is meant to be that good-looking people's blood tastes better or something. Sad times for old Nick. He was having bad dreams about it, and wakes up sweating blood in recycled footage from the episode where he was in withdrawal, where it made more sense that he was sweating blood. I kind of thought that was like a withdrawal thing, not just a general vampire thing. Does he just sweat blood instead of sweat? Like if he went to the gym and he ran on the treadmill for a while, would he be drenched in blood by the end? Or like, I guess not that, right? Because his heart rate wouldn't increase. But what if it was really hot? If it was really hot, would he just get covered in blood? Is that why he chose to live in Canada? Anyway, as if that weren't bad enough, he starts seeing Alexandra's ghost everywhere. Oh geez, oh no. And the ghost, get this, it's also dressed in contemporary 90s clothes instead of the clothes she wore in life, which, you know, might tip you off that something is awry here. Nick and Skanky ask the mother of the child that their boss shot if she has any information, but she's not really friendly with them because of how she doesn't like that her son got murdered by their friend. She's upset about that, and she thinks, you know, maybe I don't have to actually help you. You know, who else is upset is the boy's accomplice, and he tracks Stonetree down to get revenge. Luckily, Nick figures this out, I can't remember how, and he goes there to help, but before he can, he's intercepted by Alexandra. What? See, it turns out that after Nick killed her, Lacroix pulled a little prank and made her a vampo without telling anybody. And then, instead of including her in his vampire polycule, she just kind of disappeared off the face of the earth for a couple of centuries until Nick thought about her again. And then she showed up that day to get revenge. What a weird coincidence. And despite the guilt weighing on him all episode, Nick is completely indignant when she tells him off. Like, he starts high-roading her and saying, well, you know, if you're a vampo now, you know that I only killed you because I was hungry.
You are what I am. Then you understand the hunger that compelled me to feed on you. Can you control it?
They tussle, and she's stronger than he is for reasons that aren't quite clear, because the convention has always been, up to this point, that vampires are stronger if they're older, right? So Nick was a vampire before she was. He should be stronger than her, but I guess she drinks more blood or whatever, so it doesn't matter. He stakes her, and he flies off, and he saves Stonetree. Episode ends with Stonetree reflecting on how he'll never again take for granted the power of his gun, and how he's recommitted to his work, which is funny for a couple of reasons. First of all, I don't feel like the kid died because Stonetree didn't appreciate that his gun was able to kill people, but also because Stonetree is going to be written out in season 2, which is 3 episodes from now. So like, kind of feels like we did all this for nothing. Oh, looks like Alexandra survived. She's gonna get you, Nick. Except no, of course she won't. Like so many other last-minute twist reveals in this show, we will never see Alexandra again. She's off hanging out with Daniel, the child vampire, and that museum curator from the pilot somewhere. Who knows what they're up to? This one's all about how the cops are sad because they don't like shooting children. This episode is about how shooting children might make you sad. It does feel like maybe, there could have been a bit more room to discuss, perhaps if there were other options, other ways one could handle this type of situation than the child murder. Feels like that's a pretty big question to leave on the table. But no, we're taking it for granted. The kids must die. And if that is the case, imagine how sad it must make the guys who have to kill them. Sympathetic stuff. Also, not really 100% clear why we're meant to root for Nick in the Nick versus Alexandra conflict, aside from the fact that, like, we're familiar with Nick, we know Nick, but he did murder her, and, like, he got away with it. So she's right to be mad about that, I think. I'd be mad if someone murdered me and didn't even apologize, and then he does it again. He hasn't even learned his lesson. He can't stop murdering this woman. What did she even do? And then he's like, oh, how many people have you killed since I killed you, huh? And like, well, I don't know, Nick. She wouldn't be in that situation if you hadn't gorbled her ass. Sure, you didn't make her a vampo, but like, you killed her, dude. That's not a lot better. Take the L on this one, dog. And I'd like to thank the people who will forever be my knights over at patreon.com/scaredycats. In particular, I'd like to thank Verbena, Cooper Holmes, Joe McClory, Liz Widow, Maston Ginger, James Garford, C.H. Phillips, Gideon, Charlotte Hollingsworth, Devin Kaler, Spooky Heather Sylvia, and definitely Todd.
And I, Bobby Duke, the star of the channel, would like to thank the following people who's also the stars of the channel on account of their support on patreon.com/scaredycats. We got Jay Torney, Schadenfraulein, Lanston, Rachel Rat, Kato Moore, Carpad, Josh Manez, Hyla Tracy, Louisa Prito, and Jesse. Well, can you believe the shenanigans Nick Knight and his pals got up to in this one? Hey, we're gonna keep going all January, baby. You wanna get these videos a day oily? Go on over to Patreon. Oh, wait. You can just wait. I mean, how bad do you need it,